All right, a very special guest, Aditya Puri of HDFC Bank now joins us. Mr. Puri, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Let's start with your first reaction. What do you make of the Yes Bank saga?
See, I believe that the government and RBI have acted in the best possible manner to ensure a structured solution which will safeguard the interests of the depositors and maintain stability in the system. Right?
Right.
And also both the government and RBI have assured the depositors that there will be no loss to them. In the past also, when such things have happened and the RBI has assured people, there has been no loss to the depositors.
Right. Do you think SBI and LIC would be able to take care of the shortage what currently Yes Bank has, or do you think a consortium needs to be formed?
See, in my view and my understanding is that Section 45 is necessary for you to come up with a scheme of arrangement. You see, and that under Section 45, a moratorium is required for you to come up with a scheme of arrangement. Right?
Right.
I do believe that between the RBI, the government and whoever else they're talking to, you will have very quickly a resolution which will address all your questions.
The attempt here perhaps from the government is that Yes Bank should not be a systemic failure. So do you think somewhere Yes Bank had become too big to fail?
No, Yes Bank, see, today I think what they're saying basically is that there should be no systemic failure. That systemic failure they have prevented with their action where once they put a moratorium, but all outstanding checks are being honored.
Right.
तो सिस्टमिक फेलियर तो बात खत्म हो गई, डिपॉजिटर का भी बात खत्म हो गई, रह गए आपके the major investors who make big when they take a major risk and make loss when they don't take when things go wrong, तो उसको loss हो जाएगा.
I understand. For equity shareholder, risk clear. I completely understand that. But what I'm trying to understand that if government would have not acted on this Yes Bank thing, do you think potentially it could have blown up to be a systemic failure?
अभी इसमें मैं क्या थिंक करूंगा, गवर्नमेंट ने एक्ट किया तो कुछ ऐसा ही सोचा होगा ना निकुंज.
Right. That's a fair point. Okay. Now why don't you clear the air on this buzz which we picked up that HDFC Bank has been approached to participate in the Yes Bank bailout?
HDFC Bank has not been approached.
And if you are approached, would you be keen to participate?
अभी मैंने पहला आंसर दे दिया ना, अभी but मैं अभी if I was Queen Elizabeth's son, I would be Prince Charles.
Sir, I'm a journalist. For me, I have to really, cover all the corners of the story.
मैंने जवाब दे दिया ना, मेरे को अप्रोच नहीं किया बस.
Okay. My next question is that what do you think should be the ideal kind of solution in this case?
No, in this case, I think it is an ideal solution. देखना निकुंज, they have declared the moratorium. They have said depositors will be taken care of and they have ensured that there is no stability issue. थोड़ा बहुत inconvenience होएगा Yes Bank customers को, but I think this is the ideal situation.
But when crises like this have happened in the past, and when bank mergers have happened, some of them have been successful, some of them have not been successful, but this kind of problem has never happened in the past. So do you think this is the first time for the Indian financial and the banking sector?
No, this has happened a number of times in the past. Except in this case, as the RBI said, we are looking at a market-based solution rather than a state merger. That's why they had to put the moratorium for a scheme of arrangement under Section 45 of the Banking Regulation Act. It is required. And I do believe the RBI governor has said that they will very quickly be coming out with a resolution. I think you'll be surprised at the speed with which the resolution will be out. पर अभी निकुंज जरा देखो ना, the main purpose is यार अभी everybody is speculating about everything, but the fact of the matter is कि if there was to be some problem, that has been contained and the authorities have assured that they will come out with a solution. Now, the main interest was to protect the interests of the depositor and the stability of the system, which has been done. The rest will follow the law. First it has to be equity, then it has to be bondholders.
Sir, when you say that you're confident that a resolution will come out very soon, what gives you this confidence?
I am confident in the competence of the government and Ministry of Finance and what I hear.
My last question, and something you will like perhaps, that you always gain crisis when problems have happened to other banks or when problems have happened in the financial sector. So, well, I mean, what's happening in the sector right now obviously is good news for HDFC Bank to gain more market share and to become stronger.
This question I like. Finally, Nikunj, you're a good man now. I'll have coffee with you. So if you look at what is happening, what we said clearly, I think, to your sister publication, Economic Times. Hello?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
हम तो ग्रो कर रहे हैं ना 20% एसेट ग्रो किया 25% लाइबिलिटी ग्रो किया and we don't give forward looking forecasts, but we are very clear that demand exceeds supply for financial services in this country.
So I think,
and we have put in the appropriate mechanisms to ensure that we have changed our technology, we've changed our credit, and we are the only people that have gone to semi-urban and rural India with all our products. We have digitized. We are able to give a loan in 3 hours to an MSME. And since you have asked the question, I want to correct that. If you see the composition of our portfolio, retail lending accounts for 55%, which includes lending to the small shopkeepers, etc. Lending to MSME is almost 30%. And we do not see a demand issue. Rate of growth can vary here, there, but we are very confident about our growth for the next 5 years.
Allow me to ask a question, and this perhaps is a simple question. I know the answer, but I want you to perhaps clarify it for the benefit of our viewers. Nonsense has been going on WhatsApp groups about that this is India's Lehman moment. We both know that it is not India's Lehman moment. Can you please explain it to our viewers, and we will take it on digital media?
I will explain it very simplistically. I think, Nikunj, this is what you and me have been discussing since the beginning of the interview. I think when we handle something well, we should recognize it. The Lehman moment was because they could not prevent the contagion. Number one. And that crisis was caused. As of now, I think with the declaration of the moratorium, we have given a very clear path to solving the problem. And I don't think this is a Lehman moment or any other such moment. I think people should rest in peace. Depositors and the system is fine. And the people whose business it is to take risk will have to and make money. It is their business also to lose money when their bet goes wrong. So I don't think there is any issue. This is definitely not a systemic crisis. And I think the faster we recognize that and not get worried, I don't know what these WhatsApp guys are saying, that comes when there is contagion. जब RBI ने बोल दिया सब checks cash होंगे और future वाला उसमें चाहिए, so then where is the question? So I would strongly recommend to people, given the understanding that I have of all these years of experience, कोई Lehman moment नहीं है.
I'm glad we're having this chat, sir. This was just for the benefit of our viewers to calm all the frayed nerves. You know how things are these days in terms of rumor mongering. Our coffee is overdue, sir. Let's plan it very soon whenever you have time.
Thank you, Nick.
Well, all right. Well, that was Aditya Puri. Abha, he is such an amazing person, always full of life. He breaks complex things so beautifully for you. And I don't know if you focus on the last part. I mean, he clearly is saying that, look, let's not fear. Let's not get worried. For people who don't have deep understanding of how things work, are saying it's India's Lehman moment. There is no systemic risk, and which is the point which I wanted to come out. And I think he said that we've not been approached for a bailout. And when we would be, we'll talk about it.